everybody, we are here for Figure It Out Friday. Make sure you guys are in frame here because I'm currently standing up, but I'm about to sit down. So we are working on the Frida journal, and once I started gathering, if you've seen any of the planning videos or whatever for this journal, you will notice that I seemed to quickly realize I was going to outgrow my cover that I made. It has about a 1-inch spine. And I was so proud that I covered it and did the inside, and it just it's so lovely. But here is the dilemma. I have, for the most part, got my 3 signatures done. I had a lot of goodies. A lot of goodies. And I debated on doing 2 journals. I debated on doing this journal and my little golden book journal. But I just really wanted it all together. Really wanted it all in one. So, this is what we've come up with. And I'm not done embellishing. I've got a few other little here's and there's to work on, but my pages are all sewn together, and for the most part, I've got the big tags and things like that are in there. So if I have to, when I add a little bit more, it shouldn't, gosh, I can't get my words right. It shouldn't make much of a difference, but all that to be said, it ain't gonna fit in this guy. I mean, it could. We could do that, but we would have a major gator mouth going on. And I don't want to do that. Sometimes that's fun, but sometimes if you've done some pretty big journals, you realize it's hard to function in them if they're so thick like this and gator mouth. So it's best to have them with the proper size spine, which I'm thinking if we just lay everybody here, this is kind of how I do it. You can't really go by this side to me because it's hard to explain, but so I'm still gator mouth just in all my goodies. But this is about 2, if you do this side, you've got about 2 inches, but if you do this side, you got about 3.5 inches. So, to me, you kind of got to go with this bigger side and as your guideline. Now, this is going to be a thick book because just this, if we kind of even everybody out where you lay straight, we're looking at right at 3 inches or so. So if I did a little over 3-inch spine, everybody should sit in there properly. I don't know if you can see my ruler very well, but so that's 3 inches. So everybody should sit pretty good. Is kind of my thinking. I am not a professional at this. No rhyme or reason. But what we have to figure out today, and I will apologize right now if this is a lengthy video, but I feel like it's going to be because I can't wrap my brain around what I need to do. Essentially, I need to dismantle this book that I've already covered, and I need to create a bigger spine, and of course recover it. So I don't know how's best to do that without really messing up what I've got going on. Part of me feels like if I just cut it, then it'll open up my fabric to where I can work with it, if that makes sense. But I think the best option is we just need to go with it. I think. Because bottom line, I've got to have a bigger book. And if we mess this one up, we'll just have to figure it out. Yeah, we'll have to just figure it out. So we're gonna cut on this crease. And I'm cutting through a couple of layers of fabric and a book, and if you'll remember when I've covered this, look at that clean cut. Okay, good deal. We're cooking with fire now. When I covered this book, I put some athletic tape, and so that means my spine is really, I have to apologize for the birds flying by, the airplanes. I live next to the airport, and my doors are open because it feels fabulous outside. Okay, so here are our two panels, front and back. There's our spine. I don't know what to do with it, so I'll set it aside. And I've got, instead of cardboard, I've got this is cardboard, but it's really thick, really sturdy. This was actually on the back of, I bought a shelf, and it's like the panel that goes in the back part of it. So it's like thicker than cardboard, but anyways, that's what we're going to use for our main spine. So we need to figure out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a little over. 9 and a 1 is how big we are. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a 1. And don't make fun of how I measure, because math is not my forte. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, I almost messed it up. 9 and a 1, is that what I said? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a 1. I need to go over here. I've also got my fan going, but you're hearing the airplanes go by. My fan is not that loud. Okay. So put you aside in the cardboard bin. And make sure I'm good. Okay, and then we said we want to do a 3-inch. Is that what we decided? Oh yeah. I feel like that's what's going to be good. It's going to be so big. 1, 2, 3. But, you know, it'll be fabulous. I'll have to decide if I want to, when it's all done. So far, I'm loving it. The colors are bright and bold, and I'm not a bright and bold colors. I do color. My house is very colorful. But I tend to, as far as like my wardrobe goes, I tend to hang towards a blacks, grays, muted colors like that. So this was, I was hoping if we, but I don't think we're going to, so. Excuse me, goodness. My plan is to cover this with this. And let's see here. Of course, it doesn't fit. I don't think it'll fit this way. I mean, I guess we could do it this way, but that won't help us. That won't help the situation. Okay. So let's set that aside. And pull out another piece. Again, I can't brain this very well, so I'm struggling just a little bit. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't want to make videos that are all perfection with you guys, which is one of the reasons why I don't edit, and I don't. It is what it is. What you see is what you get. We make a mistake, we make a mistake. We just keep going with it. If I do this, that would cover that on the inside. Or do I want to do it on the outside? I guess I gotta decide how much. I'm braining for a minute. Because I'm not quite sure how's best to do this. Because I've got raw edges of fabric on both sides. I'm not too concerned about the inside because I always tend to do a little fabric piece on the inside and it flaps. So I'm not too stressed about that. I guess it's mainly the outside. I'm trying to figure out the best route to go with that. And I just thought of something. Let me see here. I've got this big box of trim here, and I've got a thought process. Total squirrel thought process, but I have that. I have those. It's not what I'm looking for. I'm getting sidetracked by other stuff in this bucket. Okay, let's see here. This is what I'm looking for. This right here is what I'm looking for. Okay, and it appears that I do have enough of it. Okay. That aside. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Okay. Think, shall think. If I do okay. I think I'm going to cut this down to manageable size here. Not with those scissors. Okay. If I do this on the inside. Let's see here. Let me look on the outside. Y'all are probably screaming at me because I'm kind of a little willy-nilly all over the place right now. If we have this as our situation, meaning these flaps are on the inside, we just have this along the spine, could we then do this? to cover up that raw edge there. Or even meet in the middle. I think that's the best route we should go. I think. So I think first things first. Again, we are figuring it out. I think first things first, I need to glue this to my, I'll try a glue stick. So earlier today, my sewing machine is over that, on that wall. It's not on my desk here. And when I use my sewing machine, I have to stand up and move over there. And it's all fine and dandy, but when you have a lot of sewing to do, I'm standing for a long time. And, you know, dealing with my foot on the pedal and things like that. And it's a workout. And so I had a lot of sewing to do. So I decided to move my sewing machine to the table here. And it was like sitting right here. Which is all fine and dandy, except for I have little strings everywhere now. all the strings have been over there on that table. And now they're all mixed within my paper stuff. And it's testing me. So I think, I don't know if glue stick's gonna hold that. I don't have much trust in glue sticks, really. I don't know why. I just don't. I think because you can get some pretty crummy glue sticks. I use the Elmer's Craft Bond. It's a permanent glue stick. And it tends to do really well for me, especially with paper. But it doesn't mean I still don't trust it sometimes, especially with fabric. Okay, we have a covered cardboard with flappies. So kind of inclined to sew this, but I gotta put my brain on first. Okay. Okay, brain, Michelle, brain. If we do this, we will have this situation on the back side. And then if we have this situation on the back side, we can do this. And I'm inclined to sew that here. And I can glue down the rest. I think that's what I want to do. So, if we sew these guys, sew this along this. And give me a little extra to work with here. And that should, okay. Okay, so I'm going to step over here and use my noisy sewing machine because it's just what we got to do. We'll see what becomes of it. So hold that thought for just a moment. You're figuring it out. Okay. Let's see where we're at now. And then if we essentially tuck our book in here, we can glue this. And glue that. And trim that up. Okay. So, okay, that seemed to work. So let's see if we can do the other side. Let me find my... Okay, let me do the other side. Hold, please. Okay. We are cooking with fire now. So I think what I need to do now is I need to trim my insides, I think. I think I'm just gonna Ooh, almost pulled over my drink. That would not have been a good thing. This is going to be on the inside here. struggling here. Because I'm uneven, and so anyways, that's just gonna have to be like that. But I think if I glue this here, I think that's what I need to do. But first, let me trim this side down first. And then this goes on this side. It's just gonna have to be scraggly. I think that's what we need to do. Using my handy dandy weld bond. Making sure I'm all lined up. And I guess if this don't work, then we'll figure something else out. Isn't that what figuring it all out's about? I could sit and do that for days, trimming those wonky edges. Okay. And then this is our back side. And I feel like I'm going to glue these down as well. Because if you'll recall, if you saw my planning video, we have this. And initially, when it has a 1-inch spine, it was going to cover like most half of it. But oddly enough, it covers just the length of that. So that's pretty cool. Okay. So I think we want to glue this down now. And I'm gonna smooth it out. And basically this spine will be secured by fabric and glue. And a little bit of thread. I guess I'm okay with that. I guess we're gonna have to be okay with that. I mean, I think it'll be okay. We're spreading this out so we don't have glue veins. So it lays flat. Okay, so, see, it's a very flimsy spine, but it is secure by this material and this material. So I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Okay, now the trick is going to be to trim these edges think this ribbon, I love this little ribbon. It's so silky smooth, and then it's got those embroidered flowers on it. Very nice stuff. We are going to kind of try to piece this, kind of fold it together. Probably should have cut it a little longer. But fold the edges over. And I'm gonna get a baby wipe because I got glue all over me now. Okay. Not too concerned about the top because I'll have that, the flowers and veil and all that there. The bottom. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to, and I guess I could go ahead and glue this. My only thing is that I'm going to have to flip it back and forth when I'm sewing in my signatures. But I think it's going to be fabulous. So I guess I'll wait until I really, this is, you know, you have some of those, when you're making a journal, it's like some items you just really want to put in there and you really want to use. And so I guess I'll just have to wait on that. So here we are. I think we figured it out. Let us see if we actually, so we have 3 inches, probably was a little too big because we've still got some room, but that's okay. We sit tight. We don't, it's hard to show you guys, but we don't gator mouth. And that makes me feel a little more comfortable that we have room for, to do more embellishments, because again, I've just got my basic embellishments going on here. So yeah, there we go. I think we figured it out. This is obviously going to be a chunky monkey. Yeah, for sure. For sure. But I think it'll be fun. So that did not take as long as I thought it was going to. I'm not ready to sew my signatures in yet. So I'm going to set this aside to finish kind of drying. And yeah, so again, that didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. I couldn't quite brain it for whatever reason. So that's good. Good deal. And we have all this pretty ribbon left. I'm going to work this into the journal somehow. Or I wonder, do we have enough as a tie? Let's see here. It's kind of bulky as a tie, but that I like it as a tie. So we'll have this going on here. I think I've got, you know, bags of sari silk and sari-ish silk that I think I'll probably do my tie with. I haven't yet decided on my cover decorations. I have, wherever it is, have this. It's a Day of the Dead applique. And I like it. But I like it, but it doesn't scream Frida to me for some reason. But I feel like it needs the cover needs something else. I just don't know what. Any thoughts? Any suggestions? I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, it's Mexican, Day of the Dead, but it's not girly to me, and that's what's throwing me off. I also have this. Maybe you can tell me your thoughts on this. I don't know where this came from, but it kind of speaks Frida, kind of. I think it's more of a not Mexican, but I'm really, maybe so, I don't know. But I have this doll here. She's like a full mobile doll. She's wired and all that. Can do her on the front. Or I have this little, this one's more African to me. It's a pin, but what do you think? Does that speak Frida to you? I don't think it does to me. I don't know why. I mean, it does, but it don't. I don't know. So we have a couple options. So let me know what you think in the comments, because I'm not going to work on my cover just yet. I'm just going to work on my embellishments and all that for now. So I have time to take your suggestions, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So anyways, I'm going to close this up for now and set this cover aside and let it dry, because we figured it out. And I'm going to get back to working on embellishments for these, knowing that I got a little bit of wiggle room, because that 3-inch spine was actually kind of big. I probably could have went with like 2 3/4 or something like that, but we didn't. We went with 3, so there you go. Anyways, I'm going to close it up now, and I'll be back soon enough. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for helping me figure it out.